In a quiet valley surrounded by tall mountains, there lived a humble farmer named Aaron. One early morning, while walking through his fields, he found something unusual near a rock, a large, beautiful egg. It was much bigger than any chicken egg he had ever seen. Curious and kind-hearted, Aaron picked it up carefully. This must have fallen from a nest on the mountain cliffs, he thought. But the mother bird might never come back for it. Not wanting to waste a life, he gently placed the egg among the chicken eggs in his coop, hoping it would hatch. Days passed, and soon the egg cracked open. Out came a small, strange-looking chick. Its beak was sharp, its wings broader, and its eyes fierce. The chickens looked at it with confusion, and the farmer's children laughed. "Father, look, it's such a funny chick," they said. But Aaron smiled and replied, "Every creature has its place in this world. Let's care for it like the others." So the little one grew up among hens and roosters, clucking and pecking at the ground. Yet, deep inside, something didn't feel right. The bird who didn't belong. The young bird, they named him Eon, tried to act like the others. When the hens scratched the ground for worms, he did the same. When they ran to the farmer's call, he followed. But when the other birds flapped their wings and hopped onto fences, Eon would jump higher, much higher. He didn't understand why. Sometimes, he would look at the mountain tops and watch majestic shapes soaring across the blue sky. Those weren't chickens, they were eagles. Their wings stretched wide, and their cries echoed in the air. Whenever Eon saw them, something inside him stirred. His heart beat faster, and his spirit seemed to rise with them. "Why do I feel this way?" he wondered. "Why do I want to fly so high when everyone else is happy scratching the dirt?" But every time he asked the hens about it, they laughed. "You fly like an eagle. Don't be silly, Eon," said one hen. "We are chickens. We belong here, on the ground." "Look at yourself," said another. "You live with us, you eat like us, you're one of us." Eon wanted to believe them. He tried to silence the strange calling in his heart. The storm and the sky. One night, a powerful storm hit the valley. The wind howled, trees bent, and rain fell in sheets. The chickens huddled together in fear. But Eon couldn't sleep. Something about the storm excited him, it felt wild and alive, as if it was calling him. A flash of lightning illuminated the mountains, and Eon saw a shape in the sky, an eagle flying through the storm, wings spread wide, fearless. "How can it fly in such chaos?" he whispered. A small voice inside him replied, "Because it was born to." The next morning, the farm lay in ruins. The co-op door had been blown open. The chickens cowered, too afraid to move. But Eon walked outside, his feathers damp but his eyes bright. He looked up at the clear sky that followed the storm, wide, endless, and beautiful. He stretched his wings, and for the first time, he felt their power. "I must try," he said. "Even if I fall, I must know who I really am." He climbed onto a high fence post. The chickens gasped. "What are you doing, Eon? You'll hurt yourself," they cried. But Eon didn't listen. He spread his wings and leapt. The wind caught him, and for a brief, miraculous moment, he soared. But then he panicked, forgot to move his wings, and tumbled to the ground. The chickens laughed. "See, we told you. You're no eagle. You belong here with us." Eon limped away, ashamed. The meeting on the mountain. The next day, as Eon sat alone near the edge of the field, an enormous shadow passed over him. He looked up, and there, descending gracefully from the sky, was a golden eagle. Its eyes were sharp and filled with wisdom. "Why do you crawl on the ground, little one?" the eagle asked. I live here," Eon stammered. "I'm a chicken." The great eagle tilted its head. "Who told you that?" "The others," Eon said. "They said I can't fly. That I belong here." The eagle's gaze softened. "Look at your wings. Look at your claws. Look into the sky, do you not feel something awaken inside you?" Eon hesitated, then whispered, "Every time I see the sky, I feel alive." The eagle nodded. "That is because you were never meant to walk. You were meant to soar. But courage, my young one, is what separates those who wish from those who do." Then, spreading his massive wings, the eagle said, "Come. Follow me." "I can't," Eon said, trembling. "What if I fall again?" "Then you will learn," said the eagle. "But if you never try, you will never know your destiny." The leap of faith. The eagle led Eon to the edge of a high cliff overlooking the valley. The wind whistled, and Eon's heart pounded. "Jump," said the eagle. Eon looked down, it was terrifying. "I'm afraid," he whispered. "Courage is not the absence of fear," the eagle said gently. "It is the decision that something else is more important than fear, your destiny." Eon took a deep breath. The ground seemed to fall away beneath him. The chickens, words echoed in his mind. You're not one of them. You'll fall. But then, in his heart, another voice whispered, you were born for the sky. With that, Eon closed his eyes and jumped. The wind roared past his feathers. For a moment, he was falling. But then instinct took over. His wings stretched wide, catching the air perfectly. The fall slowed, then stopped, then lifted. He was flying. Higher and higher he rose, the farm shrinking below him. The wind carried him upward, the sun warming his back. The eagle soared beside him, proud and smiling. Welcome home, young one, he said. Eon cried out, a strong, beautiful sound that echoed across the mountains, the cry of an eagle, not a chicken. The lesson of the sky. From that day on, Eon lived among the mountains. He learned to glide, dive, and dance with the wind. Sometimes he looked down at the valley, where the chickens still scratched the earth, unaware of the world above. He wished he could tell them what he had learned, that inside each of us lies something greater than what others see. But he knew the truth now, not everyone dares to listen to the call of destiny. And so, Eon became a legend, the eagle who chose the sky. Moral of the story. Each of us is born with wings, dreams, talents, and the power to rise above fear, but if we listen to those who doubt us, we'll spend our lives walking when we were meant to fly. Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid, it means you jump anyway, trusting that your wings will appear when you need them most. Never let your environment decide your destiny. The world may call you a chicken, but if your heart longs for the sky, spread your wings and fly. Because destiny belongs to those who dare to rise.